Hi, welcome back to Unicode. This is the fourth video of our Python series, and in the last video we talked about list, which is a data structure, and in today's video we will talk about rest of them, that are tuple, sets and dictionaries. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. So thing comes, what is tuple? A tuple is a collection of data that is ordered, immutable and can contain duplicates. Unlike list, tuples are not mutable. It means once you assign a value, you cannot change it. Tuples are created using round brackets. List and tuples both are very similar. The only thing is that tuples are immutable. Then what is there that we need to learn about tuple? So let's first see why tuple. Actually, tuples are memory friendly, means they are faster and memory efficient compared to the list. We use tuple when we need a fixed data like coordinate or any dictionary key that should not accidentally be changed. It means tuples are used when we have to ensure safety and the performance. Tuples acts really fast comparison to the list. That is what make them used in against of list in some scenarios. And let's see some other things like security and safety. As I said, tuples prevent accidental modifications, making code more reliable. And dictionary keys, since tuples are hashable, they can be used as keys in a dictionaries, unlike list. What is this hashable? We will talk about this in this video itself. And memory optimizations. Tuples uses very less memory than list, which is helpful when we are dealing with a large data sets. So since we know why tuple, let's see in the practically how to create a tuple and what are the methods we need to know about tuple. So yeah, we are here. Here you can see I have already created a tuple which names is name. So I just have used round bracket except of that square bracket which we were using creating a list. And if I print the names, you can see this is how my tuple is created. And better, if I print type of it, you would see that class is tuple. So yeah, this is how we can create a tuple. Now, tuples are ordered. First see about it. Is tuples are ordered? Yeah, let's check. So example 1 says from names tuple, this tuple, we have to find the position of John. So if we see, we can use names dot index. What is the index of John? Like we were using in list index method, same you can use here. The most of the methods are same in tuples and list. The only thing is tuples are immutable. So if we try to print it, I will have to print it. You can see the position I am able to find is 0, which we can already see here by our eyes. So it means tuples are ordered. Each elements have a fixed location in the tuple. Similarly, I can find any others position as well like same, and I can see it's on the second position. So yeah, it means it has proved that tuples is ordered. Now, example 2 I already taken. Now tuples are not mutable. We have to check about that. Is tuples, if we have assigned something, then can't we change it? Yeah, let's see about it. So the example says we have to try to change the Alex, this Alex to John or yeah, Alan, anything, Alan. So let's try to change. How we were doing it in list? We were just using the index. Let's say the names, and the index of this Alex is 1. It will give me that name, and we just have to use equal to for assigning any new value. This is how we were doing in list, but here it will return an error saying that tuple object does not support item assignment. It means we cannot assign any element once it is declared, so hence it proved that tuples are not mutable. And now we come to third thing. If we cannot assign or mutate any value from the tuple, does that mean we can't? No, actually we can. We just have to use a little trick. If you have to change anything in the tuple, we just have to use a little trick to change it. How we can change it? Since we know if tuple is not mutable but list is mutable, So somehow if we convert that tuple into a list, then we can do any of our modifications and we can get our expected outputs. Like here I will show you how to convert a tuple into a list. This is my names. This is in a tuple format. But I will use a constructor that is called list. If you use this constructor and provide anything within it, let's say I'm providing my names tuple. So now this tuple will become the list. Let me show you. As you can see, this tuple has become a list. So yeah, this is how we can now store it as names list. We have stored it in a variable as a names list since it is a list. uh, for better, I would just I know you guys figure out that it is a list itself, but again for clarification I will use its type. So you can see it's a list, and since now it is a list, we can assign our any modifications. I would go name list. Let's say I have to add one more name. I have a pending, let's say Alon, and if I check my names list, so yeah, Alon has been appended in the value, but now it has become a list. We at the end want a tuple. So now you can do what? Similarly, like list, we have tuple constructor. If you write something tuple and add any list set this or list set or tuple anything inside that, it will become a tuple itself. Let's say I'm again sending this names list, and again I'm using it as the same variable as it was previously. So now you can see it is a tuple itself and the value has been inserted successfully. So yeah, if you have to modify anything in a tuple, and then you first have to use it list constructor to convert it into a list, and once it is converted into a list, you can use any of your modifications and you can convert back it using the tuple constructor. So now let's come to some methods. As I said, list and tuples methods are almost same. So yeah, here you can also use this count method and index method, as I here show you index method. Let's say this is my num tuple. For example, here I have some values, and if I have to find the occurrence of 1, 4 and 7 in the tuple, how can we do this? Let me quickly do this. I would say print num tuple dot count. What I have to count? First I have to count 1, and then similarly I will just copy paste it. Now you can see the output. 1 is 2 time in the data, as you can see here, and 4 is 4 time in the data, and 7 is only 1 time in the data. So this is how you can use count method for counting the things. And similarly I would use index. The one thing I did not cover in the previous video while we were learning list, so we will cover here about index. Something I forget to tell you about index, but let's cover here. So what we have to do, we have to find the index of 1, but not only first occurrence, leaving the first one also. First I would show you normal one. I would show num tuple dot index of 1. Obviously it would be 0 because it is on 0, but apart from 0 it is on first index also. So how can we get this? You just have to use, here you just have to give your value, that is 1 we are finding, and here you can see start and support index, from where you have to start. I have to start it leaving the 0 because 0 is the first, so I have to start it looking from the first index. And if you run it, you can see it would say after 0th index 1 is on the first index. What if I remove it here, okay, and add 1 somehow here, okay, then in this case the index has become 10. So yeah, this is how we can use index. If you have to check the second occurrence or third occurrence, anything, you can use like this index. Now let's check about unpacking of a tuple. What is unpacking of a tuple? Unpacking means simply we can unpack it. Like let's say I have a tuple student. Inside the tuple I have another tuple where I have first letter name, same Alex, John, okay, and then another tuple for their age, 20, 26, like this. So if you run like this, what you would get? Obviously you would get this only. But we can unpack it. Unpack it how? We can make two variables of it. I would say first tuple is for names and second one is for age. This tuple is for names and this tuple is for age. So we have unpack it. Now let's print both to see. names comma age. You can see first one is name and second one is age. So yeah, if you have a nested tuple or even not nested tuple, if you have a single tuple also, let's say you have something like this, a tuple where you have a name and then its age, then obviously it can be also unpacked. Same is 20 and 22. So this is what unpacking. It is useful in some scenarios based on your projects or any other thing you can use it. Now adding two tuples. How can you add two tuples? To add two tuples, it is very simple. It won't add the values. It will append this one into this one. And to do that, you can do print tup1 means tuple1 plus tup2 means tuple2. So you can see this was my first one and this is my second one. They are both added. But what if I try to subtract them? It will throw an error. You can't subtract. You can just add it. Okay. Now things come hashability, which I said earlier. So what is this hashability? Hashability is nothing. Hashing means a unique ID or number for any data. If you have any data, then it has a unique value, and you can get it by hash method. If you say hash of 1, it would be 1. For numbers, it is always same. Hash of 1000, it would be 1000. But if you use any string, let's say sen, then it has some unique value. Okay, and if you say something other, let's say python, then you would also get some unique value. So this is what called hashing. Hashing means having a unique value, and you cannot hash a list. Let's say I have hash and I'm hashing 1 2 3. This is a list. Then what would happen? It will throw an error. But as soon as I make it as a tuple, it would have some unique value. You can see here. So it means you can hash a tuple. But why hashing? What is the use of hashing? Hashing means you can use the tuple as a key in a dictionary. As of now, we don't have a study about dictionary, but dictionary works on key and value pair. So if you have a dictionary, you can use a tuple as a key itself. But for list, you can't use it. Like here, my tuple is this. If I have hashing it, it would, okay, let's run it again. It is the same. I have just given an example here. This tuple is hashable, but where this list was not hashable, it threw an error. And similarly, this is how what I have to talk about. You can use a key, you can use a tuple as a key in a dictionary since it is hashable. If you run it, then you can see it is output. But why would I do this? You would do because maybe if you have to store a coordination as coordinate of a location as a key and the name as a pair, okay, then you can use it. And even you can use it in more advanced things like caching things. But as of now, we won't go there. I just show you one simple example that we can able to store a tuple, or we can say coordinate as a key, and using that coordinate we can get the city name. So yeah, hashing is important. So yeah, this is all for tuples. Now we have to come to our second thing, that is sets. What is a set? Set is a collection of data that is unordered, immutable, and even it cannot contain duplicates. So set is unordered, immutable, and even cannot contain duplicates. So it is not even a single thing similar to list or tuple. Okay, we can create a set using these curly brackets. But why set? Why we need set? So we need set because set is the fastest among all data structures, and it is most memory friendly. It means among all the data structures, set is the fastest one. Okay, and it has uniqueness. Unlike tuple or list, set makes your uniqueness, which make it useful in many scenarios. Set cannot contain a duplicate value. So if you have a duplicate value, it will just remove it, and which can be used in many scenarios. And second thing, mathematical operations. Set allows us to do some advanced mathematical operations, like we have studied about union, intersection, difference, symmetric difference. These all mathematical performance we can easily do by set. if you that we cannot do by tuple or list, we have to do some advanced things, but set allows us very easily to do mathematical operations. And obviously faster lookups. Finding any element presence in a list is the fastest among all the data structures. So yeah, this is why learning set is efficient. Now let's see it practically. So yeah, this is here I have created a tuple. It's using that curly brackets. I have written some numbers. This is how you can create a, sorry, in tuple I said previously tuple, a set. Okay, you can use a print number and see the output. This is the output, and obviously I would run print type of number. Then you can see the class is set. It means this is a set. So yeah, this is how you can create a set. You just have to use now curly brackets. For tuple it is round bracket, and for list it is square brackets. Now this is a tuple. Print the set and see the output. We can just simply print it. Now why I am doing this, you can see in this tuple I have created, there are multiple duplicates, like for 1 there is duplicate and maybe for 4. But at the end when you run this tuple, what will happen? It is not containing any single duplicate. You can see all the values are unique. So even if you assign any duplicate value, it will remove it. And this is one of the most important and greatest feature of set, which will be really useful when you will dealing with some duplicate values, okay, that you don't want in your program. Now I have created one list and one tuple. So I will convert it. I will show in this list there are some duplicate values even with the tuple. So what we can do, if you have to remove the duplicate, your code requires that you have to have only unique values from the list or tuple, anything you have. So in that case, you can convert that list into a set. Using how? Similarly, you can use this set. If you use this set constructor, and inside that you can provide anything, any list, any tuple, okay, so it will convert it into a set. You can see the output. I provided this list and now it has become a set here, and I would say a num set, num one set, okay. And similarly I would convert this tuple also into the set. So yeah, I have converted my list and tuple into set, and I'm now printing it type to show you it is a set now. You can see the output. Both have become a set, and once they have become a set, obviously the duplicates will be removed automatically. You can check here by printing one of the sets, num1 set. You can see previously they were containing some duplicates, and now they have don't any duplicates, okay. And like everything, you can check the length of this using this length num1 set. It will return you 8 wherever here it was maybe print len of num list. Previously it was 11, but now it has become only 8 unique values. So you can use length function for set and even tuples also. As I said, they both are very same. Now we have to move forward for some methods on set. That is very important. Even though sets are immutable, so it means you cannot change any value directly once it is assigned, but that doesn't mean you cannot add or remove any value. You can add and remove value, okay. Like how? This is a list, sorry, this is a set, and here I have to insert 6 in the set. How I can do this? You just have to use a dot add. A means the set name, and dot add. Dot add method is used to add anything, and I would add 6 here. And if I print it, this itself won't return anything, I believe. See, this add method won't return anything. It will just modify the original one. So we just have to use again print a. So you can see the 6 has been added into the set. Okay. Similarly, update method. What is update? Add is used to add a single element to a set, like you can add only 6 and 7 or something like this. But once you have to add multiple like iterables, like this is a list, or even you have to add a tuple or even another set into a set, then you have to use update method. Okay, how? Let's say this is my a list. Okay, and as of now I'm removing or comment outing this. Now you can see my a is this set, and if I have to add this whole b list into this, then you can add now dot update. Dot update is used when you have to add a whole list, tuple or set. I would say b, and then again if I print a, what happened? You can see the b list has been added here. Similarly, I can say update c also. Then if I see the output, then now the c1 has been added here, 12, 13, 14, and then at the end I would add the last one, that is a set, and I print it a. So yeah, this is how you can add items in a set. Okay, now let's comes to a remove method. We can add, then we can similarly remove things. How to remove? Remove method, it removes a specific element from a set and returns error if that is not found. So we have similarly remove method as we have in list. You have to use a dot remove, and which element you have to remove you can mention here. Like I have to remove 5, let's say, then I said a dot remove and print a, and obviously it won't return anything, it will just modify the original one. You can see the 5 has been removed from the list. But as soon as I say 6, then it will return an error. It would say 6 is not found in this. So if any element is not found in the set, it would return, remove method will return an error. But we have another thing, that is discard. If I same thing say with discard, not remove, a dot discard 6, then it won't return any error if the element is not found. First I have to remove this one or comment out. See, even though 6 was not in the list or set, but still it didn't give us any error. So this is, we have two methods. One is remove. It will remove any element, but if the element is not in the set, it will return an error, but it won't return any error. This is the only difference. You can use it according to your need. Now let's come to mathematical operations. Using sets, we can easily perform mathematical operations. If you have studied about union, intersection, these all things, then here we can easily perform that. Now let's see union. If you are from math background, I hope you know union. Union does what? It will return common values from both set, or and then whatever is not common, it will return that also. Okay, it is like it is a full outer join in SQL, you can see. So how you can do this? The problem is there are two lists given. This is list A and list B. We have to create an other list that returns only unique value from the both list. It means we need an other list where only unique values from both lists are there. If 3 is in both, then it should not consider that. So if you are not using set, then it would take a lot of loops and logic. It is hard. But using sets, we can simply do this. How? Since it is both are in a list, we can just convert it into a set. How we can convert? I would say set A. Set of A. I would just say set. Set is a constructor and A. Now it is become a set. Similarly, I would say set of B is equal to set of B. Now since both have become a set, we can now use set properties easily to do any mathematical computations. See, both have become a set. Now since they both have converted into a set, I can use print set A dot union. This is a method, union set B. Okay, now you would see what? Whichever were common in both, it is taken that only one time, and which are not common, obviously it will come like this. So now this is a set which is containing all the unique values from both the list. So now you can just convert it into a list if you are expecting a list output. So I would say union or unique list. Okay, and this is how you have solved your problem. Obviously I have to convert it into a list by using the list constructor, and you have solved your problem very easily. You just converted them into a set and use this union method and converted back as a list. So now we can come to our second operation. Here what we have to do, intersection. We all know what is intersection if you are from math background. Intersection means which are common in both. It will return that only. So without any time, I would just read the problem statement. Return which values are present in both the A and B list. This is my A and B list. We have to find which are common in both. So obviously first step you would do what? You would convert them into sets, like here I converted them, and then now you can use set A dot, here you have to use intersection and B. Intersection B will do what? It will return all the common values. 3, 4, 5, 6 are common here. 3, 4, 5, 6 both are here, and 3, 4, 5, 6 are here. So this is how you can perform intersection. You just have to convert them back into a set and use a dot intersection method. And obviously now you will store it in a list and you can do whatever you have to do. I just telling you the methods. Other thing, difference. It return all the uncommon element from two list. If your problem statement says return value that is not present in the other set. Let's say your statement is I want all the values from set B or list B which is not present in list A. Okay, how we can do this? Let me show you. First you will convert them into a set which I already have converted, and then from set B you have to difference set A. It means I want those values which are in set B but not in set A. So that's why I have used set B first, not set A. What will happen? You can see 7, 8, 9, 10 is present in this set B or in this list B but not here. Okay. So this is what difference method does. And if you do set A dot difference set B, then what we are expecting the output? We are expecting all the values that are here but not here. So here only 1, 2, 3 is there. No, not 3, 1, 2. So I'm expecting 1, 2 and yeah, that's it. I'm expecting only 1 and 2 here. You can see we have got 1 and 2. So using difference method you can use this. These are very important concept. If you are going to hack a rank for practicing, you would find this type of question. Okay, that's why I have covered here. Now what is symmetric difference? Symmetric difference, it returns value that is present in either of the set. It means if you want what are the values that present uniquely in both the sets. Okay, like let me see you direct example. This is my set A, and if I say symmetric difference set B, and better I first show you this set A, print this is my set. Now I want value that is present in either of the set but not in both, like 1, 2 is present here but not present here, so it will take that. 3, 4 is in present both, so it won't take them. And then 7, 8, 9, 10. So something I am expecting output like this. If I say set A dot symmetric difference set B, so I have got the value that I expected, 1, 2 and then 7, 8, 9, 10. So it will return, it is like it will just neglect all the things that is common in both. This is the simplest thing. If something is common in both, it will not take that, and whatever are in common, it will take that only. Okay. So these are all the some methods. Now we have to take a look about this is subset. This can also be useful in some scenarios. You know what is subset? If you are math backgrounds, you know subset. Subset means if a set is present within any other set. Okay, how to check it? If I say b dot is a subset of a, it is like I'm asking if b is subset of a. So 4 and 5 is present in this set A. So yeah, this is a subset. You can see true. If I say 4 comma 2, it would say true because 2 and 4 both are present in this set A. But as soon as I say A dot is subset of B, it will return false because A is not in the B. Oh, one more example, I would say B dot is subset of A when B has become 4 comma 3, not 3, 4 comma 6. Now in this case 6, no, 6 is also there, 7. In this case 7 is not there, so it will return false. It would say no, B is not a subset of A. So yeah, this is all the operations and all the things I have to talk about sets. Now we can come back to our last data structure, that is dictionary. What is a dictionary? A dictionary is a collection of key value pairs. Each key is unique and maps to a value. A key we can relate as a variable and values as its value. What it means? It simply means dictionary is something like you are storing multiple variables in a variable. In a variable you are storing a multiple variable and each variable has some values. Either it can be a list, it can be any normal value, single value. Okay, and you can create a dictionary using this round bracket, sorry not round, curly brackets, and you have to give a key which you can consider for your easiness as a variable. It is like a key is like a variable and its value is value, okay, what you are assigned. And in a dictionary there would be multiple variables and multiple values which will all be stored in a single variable, which is my dictionary. Okay, I know it maybe have some little complicated, but let's see the practical. It is not even a complicated thing. Let's see it practically. This is my dictionary. A dictionary is a collection of key value pairs. I already told you. So yeah, see, this is how you can create a dictionary. Here I have created a dictionary that is student info. As you remember, using a list we cannot contain all the information about a student. You can store either their name in a one list and then their age in another list and their favorite subject age in another list. But here using dictionary I am able to store all the information at once. This is called a key. My keys are name, class, favorite subject and age. These are like a keys, okay. And after colon you have to give your values. It can be anything, even a single value or a list, a tuple, a set, anything, okay. So for name I have given some name, class, some class and so on. If you try to see the output, it will come something like this. This is a dictionary, and obviously I would print its type also, student info. Its type is dictionary, okay. So think of a dictionary like a big variable. This is a big variable containing lot of variables in it, and all variables obviously have some values, okay. So let's see something about dictionaries. Accessing all keys. If you have a dictionary, how would you know what are the keys present in my dictionary? So to know the keys you can use that dictionary name, that is student info, and dot keys, okay. Dot keys will return you all the keys in a list that is present in my dictionary. See, this is a list of all the keys. And similarly, if you have to get all the values, you can use that dictionary name dot values. It will return all the values within a big list. This is a big list, and within list my all the values are there. Since my all values are in a list, so they will itself be in a list, okay. You can see here. So yeah, this is how we can get separately keys and values. But what if you have to get them at once? So you can use dot items, which will give both at once. How? You just have to write student info dot items and you would get a big list. Within that list you would get some tuples, and each tuple will have two things. The first one will be its key name, which is name, and its value. Value is here a list, okay. Similarly here, this is a tuple, and the tuple first one is my key name and second one is my var, and so on. So dot items method is really useful. Okay, now let's come to other thing, getting value of a specified key. If you want to know, okay, I have a dictionary where I have a age key, but I don't know what is in the age, I want to see the value. So you can do student info, which is my dictionary name, and then square brackets and the key name, which is age. It will give you all the values. Similarly, you can so see it for student info, and for the name key, what all my values are there, these all the values there. Now inserting any new element to a value or in a key, how you can do this? First you have to access that key, that value. Let's say I have to insert a name Alan here in this name. I have to insert Alan in this name. How would we do this? First I would have to get that key, which is nothing but this student info dot name. Okay, and you may notice when I'm running this, then my output is nothing, it's just a list. You can see it. So we know if you have a list, how can we insert values? Yeah, you are right, using append method. If I append Elon, okay, and then again I see my student info, then you can see Elon is appended in the list, in the dictionary. Okay. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Unicode for more amazing Python tutorials. See you in our next video. Happy coding.